so much fun. So glad I took a week off just to play it.
Oh, hey man, what's up? Shouldn't you be working with a new editor or something?
What? I'm working with the editor right now. What did you think I just played Odyssey this whole week? Who would do that? How stupid do you think I am? Who do you think I am?
Oh, okay, just checking. Anyways, this came in the mail.
What's this? Sonic Forces?
Oh no!
Hey guys, today we're back with Sonic Forces, the new game in the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise and the first Sonic game to use the boost formula in 6 years because Generations was in 2011, now I feel old. Needless to say, this game has been long awaited as the boost formula has made arguably some of the best Sonic games, and no, Adventures 1 and 2 aren't that great, get over it. Also, before I get into this video, I'd like to say I'm gonna spoil most of the game, as the end of the game was a key element in my feelings about it. I'd rather talk about it rather than not, so keep in mind, and don't say I didn't warn you. So, anyways, Sonic Forces is out now, and to, let's just say, very mixed opinions. Coming into the game, I was pretty optimistic, especially for the story, and with a new engine, they could improve off of what Generations did right, and there was no way they could fail with this, come on Sega! Then the game released. Okay, I'll admit, I pre-ordered it to get that sick Joy-Con skin and Jet Set Hedgehog, so I picked it up day one, and I played the majority of it in handheld, and thought it looked just fine. Sure, it's locked 30 FPS, but I mean, who hasn't dealt with good old 30 FPS before? And I know there's some people who are like, the human eye can only see 24 frames per second. Even though it's been disproven multiple times, but hey, you know, that at least means less complaining about 30 FPS. Anyways, when I got home, I docked my Switch so I could record footage for this review, and what the heck is this garbage? Get it out of here. So, for some really stupid reason, Sega decided to make the game display 720p docked on the Switch, because it doesn't matter if the Switch can totally go up to 1080p. No, we have to make our game look like garbage, and 30 FPS on top of that makes this inexcusable. I mean, just look at Mario Odyssey. The game is 1080p 60 FPS and really dips in frame rate, and it looks beautiful. This just looks like Sega piled garbage onto the Switch and colored it blue and edgy, then slapped a Sonic logo on it. But I guess the PC, Xbox One, and PS4 versions all display at the very least 1080p 60 FPS, and so whatever. Sega's basically just very poorly treating of the Switch owners, I guess. Not to mention the mania stuff that happened with the home screen back when it released on Switch. That was weird. Still hasn't been patched, because you know what? Why not? And so, when I started up the game, I was immediately thrown into surprisingly enough gameplay, instead of a lengthy cutscene, and the stage I was thrown into, Green Hill Zone. Again. For the umpteenth time. Yay. After that, we go into a cutscene where Sonic fights some bad guys, Tails is completely useless, and Sonic dies. Wait, what? Yeah, Sonic dies. In the first 10 minutes of the game, and that's something I have to compliment the game on. The story manages to stay consistently dark and serious, but takes itself just the right amount of seriously. Sonic and Infinite have their fair share of great banter, and no, Sonic's not actually dead. That was just a bamboozle. And Infinite has hands down the best line in the game.
Sorry, but you've just got to share the secret of your power with me. I insist.
You're insistent.
The only complaint I have with the story and the storytelling in general is that there are a few lines that just feel off. I don't know how to describe them. They don't fit. And I really feel that Infinite should have been developed as a villain a bit more, because where the story left him, he was just a box standard antagonist. Even after episode Shadow, which is supposed to give him a motive, still never felt like he was an antagonist for, you know, a reason to be antagonist. It's like if you just had someone who had no motive for their actions. It's kinda dumb. And in my opinion, the music in this game is actually really good. I have quite a few tracks already on my phone. They just sound great and give me Adventure 2 music, but it's corrupted vibes. But however, I see a lot of people complaining that they don't like it, so maybe that's just me. But I'd recommend listening to some of the tracks on their own, because they're really good, in my opinion, at least. And now we're at the gameplay. The most important part of any game, really. And, it sure is something, let's just say that. You have 3 gameplay styles: Modern Sonic, Classic Sonic, and the Custom Hero. Let's talk about the Sonics before we get to my Sonic OC Gold the Hedgehog, but blue. He's canon, guys, I swear. So, as Modern Sonic, you run across a 3D space, or a 2D one if it switches to 2D sections which don't need to exist, but that's a whole nother argument for a whole nother day. And whenever you defeat an enemy or open wisp capsules, you get boost energy, which you can use to boost forward at blazing speed. This is the same formula that previous 3D Sonic games such as Generations or Colors used. And when it's used right, it's a great formula. There's one thing that works against this formula, and that would be the level design. For the most part, the level design in Forces is either a straight line, or its boosters lined up in a row. A lot of times too, the level design just works against the core game design. Long straight pieces of land that indicate you should boost, but when you do, you get stopped by a small bump in the land, and the game tends to slow to a crawl, whether it be at the occasional bad 2D segment, or just places where you can't do much but wait. The level design here is holding back the core mechanics, and that's just inexcusably bad game design. And now onto Classic Sonic. With Classic, it's not much better. You can spin dash, and if you're in the air, you can drop dash, which we've seen before with Sonic Mania, that the system can work well. However, in Mania, the level design was good. With Classic Sonic, it's mostly just, wait, use a boost pad, wait again, boost pad, end of level. It's just, he rarely gets to go on alternate paths or even play like a normal Classic Sonic game. It's not fun to say the least. Now onto the Custom Hero, possibly one of the most controversial additions to a Sonic game. And surprisingly enough, the Custom Hero stages are probably the best part of the game. Not to mention you can play original character the Hedgehog. In custom stages, you can use Wisp Spawns, which are gadgets that help you tear through enemies fast, or get to new areas. The Wisp Spawns are super fun to use and play around with, and have special abilities tied to them as well. My only issue with the Custom Hero is that they accelerate way too fast, but yeah, I guess that could be worked in good. The level design in Custom Hero stages actually works well, which makes me think Sonic Forces was originally going to be a game around the Custom Hero, until Sega was like, you see that? Make it Sonic. Now! And along with the main game's episode Shadow, which gives some background to why Team Dark is where they are, and who Infinite is, and all that. It's like 15-minute long DLC, but it's free, so I'm not complaining. And the final boss of the game was kinda lame, to be honest. I was expecting 2 Super Sonics versus Infinite, and the custom character getting one of those bubble things from Heroes. Could have been just amazing, but no way. Grobo powered by the Phantom Ruby. Infinite nowhere to be seen, other than the undeveloped character pile. Also, Silver is in the game for no reason at all. Also, Vector, Charmy, and Espio are in the game for no reason at all. Also, anyways, the story left me very underwhelmed. At the end, it just left a lot of things unexplained. They had so much potential with it too. Like, the whole Infinite is Tales from an alternate dimension theory seemed so far-fetched but amazing. I really wanted it to be true, but Infinite was just a random person we knew nothing about. And the Phantom Ruby had so much potential to be a cool story element, but it's just used as a crutch for Eggman and Infinite to be more powerful. It was so cool to see them taking 2 completely unrelated games, besides from series, and linking them together with story elements, but they threw that all away at the end. So, overall, Sonic Forces is just a bag of some things that could have been great, but it's just full of missed potential in game design. That's just terrible. And it had some really great parts, but they still don't outweigh the disappointment. So Sonic Forces is getting a 5 out of 10 from me. If you want a good Sonic experience on any consoles that Forces is on, then get Mania. If you want a good 3D platform, just buy Mario Odyssey or Hat in Time, or really any of the good platforms that came out this year. Sonic Forces is just not worth it in my book. Hey, so thanks for watching. And now if you've watched my videos, you probably noticed a change in the format. I'm no longer gonna stick to a 2-section format where I say some things and the actual review happens, because that's how I did it before. But it just never flowed well, and I feel just making it all one video is just gonna be beneficial in the end. Anyways, thanks for watching.